What if I told you that a real-life dragon is quietly vanishing from our planet, not in a blaze of glory, but in the slow, silent loss of the waters it calls home? Imagine a creature that has survived for millions of years, a living relic from the age of dinosaurs. The Chinese alligator is smaller and gentler than its fearsome cousins, a master of camouflage in the murky wetlands of eastern China. But today, this ancient animal is in a race against time. Its world, the marshes, ponds, and slow-moving rivers it has inhabited since before humans walked the earth, is disappearing. And what's happening to this shy, elusive reptile is a story not just of loss, but of a fragile balance being broken. Let's dive into the hidden world of the Chinese alligator and uncover why its survival matters more than you might think. For thousands of years, the Chinese alligator thrived across the Yangtze River basin. It was a creature of myth and mystery, sometimes feared, often respected, always a part of the landscape. It dug intricate burrows to survive cold winters, hunted fish and small prey under the cover of night, and raised its young in secluded nests hidden among the reeds. But in just the last half-century, something shifted. The wetlands that sustained it began to vanish, drained, filled, and transformed by human hands. By the 1980s, the alligator's population had plummeted. Where once there were thousands, now only a few hundred remained, scattered in shrinking pockets of habitat. Scientists sounded the alarm. The Chinese alligator was on the fast track to extinction. But why? What changed so quickly? The answer lies in a perfect storm of pressures, all tied to one thing: the loss of the wetlands. First, agriculture expanded at an incredible pace. Rice paddies and farmland replaced marshes and ponds. Water that once flowed freely into alligator territory was diverted for irrigation. Then came urban sprawl. Cities and towns grew, swallowing up wild spaces. Dams were built along the Yangtze and its tributaries, altering water levels and isolating populations of alligators from one another. Pollution from factories and farms seeped into the remaining waterways, poisoning the fish the alligators relied on. But the most devastating change was invisible at first: the fragmentation of habitat. Alligators need connected wetlands to find mates, hunt, and raise their young. When their world was carved up by roads, dikes, and developments, they became trapped in small, isolated pockets, unable to mingle, unable to adapt. Inbreeding became a serious threat. Genetic diversity dropped. The alligators that remained were weaker, more vulnerable to disease, and less likely to reproduce. It wasn't just the alligators that suffered. The wetlands themselves began to collapse. These weren't just muddy wastelands. They were vibrant ecosystems that filtered water, prevented floods, and supported countless species of birds, fish, and plants. As the wetlands shrank, the land became drier, floods more destructive, and water quality declined. The loss of the alligator was a warning sign, a symbol of a system breaking down. But here's where the story takes a turn. Because just as the situation seemed hopeless, a small group of scientists and conservationists stepped in. They realized that saving the alligator meant saving its home. Captive breeding programs were launched, and alligators were carefully raised in protected environments. But that was only half the battle. The real challenge was returning them to the wild, to a landscape that no longer existed as it once had. So they began restoring wetlands. Abandoned fish farms were converted back into marshland. Canals were renaturalized. Local farmers were taught how to coexist with alligators, how to protect livestock without harming the reptiles. It was slow, painstaking work, but it started to pay off. In 2003, the first captive-bred alligators were released into a restored wetland in Anhui Province. For the first time in decades, wild-hatched alligator eggs were found in the mud today. The Chinese alligator is still critically endangered, but there is hope. Its population in the wild is slowly growing, and new protected areas are being established. What's more, the effort to save it has sparked a wider movement to protect and restore China's wetlands. The alligator has become an ambassador, a symbol of what's possible when we choose to repair what's been broken. The story of the Chinese alligator is a reminder that extinction isn't always a sudden event. Sometimes it's a slow fade, a quiet disappearance that happens wetland by wetland, acre by acre. But it's also proof that we can reverse the damage if we act in time. The survival of this ancient dragon depends not just on protecting the animal, but on healing the land it calls home. What other overlooked species do you think are silently disappearing? Share your thoughts in the comments. We might feature your suggestion in a future video. And if you want to help bring more stories like this to light, subscribe to Rare Species and join us in exploring the hidden wonders of our natural world.